Do you know anything about the Texas Ranger stadiums? We
No.
have
Mm-mm.
here that was a plural, right?
What was it? You cut out a little bit. What'd you say?
We have two Texas Ranger stadiums.
Two stadiums for the same
Yes.
for one team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Uh, so we also have the Dallas Cowboys stadium. So what they did was they have been saying they paid off the Dallas Cowboys stadium, but it was a
okay.
refinance. So
Ah,
the bank paid off the loan, but it
with
saved
another loan.
$7 million. So there was some wiggle room for a new stadium. You already had a stadium, and so a lot of people that I've spoken to weren't happy about it. It's people are kind of like, what about us? What
Yeah.
about the residents? It
Yeah.
seems like the tourist industry, entertainment industry in Arlington, Texas gets all the attention. But what about us?
The residents.
Mm. People,
So
people matter. We matter. And then what does this do? So there's municipal bonds now. So that stadium wasn't used because it was just finished right before COVID. So
mm,
this whole time it hasn't made any money. So that debt's still there. It needs to be paid. So our current mayor has been going to the White House begging for money from Biden's administration. He urged the Republicans. He's also Republican. He urged the Republicans to sign the COVID bill. I don't know if he read it or not, but he urged them to sign it. He wrote his letter. He's getting praise in the newspapers because he's being bipartisan. It's not a right or left issue. It's we need to come together and get us back together financially. Well, that bill wasn't about the people. It was very minimum about what the people it is.
yeah,
And we wouldn't be in the situation in the first place if you didn't advocate for mask mandates and if you didn't advocate for our businesses to be closed.
exactly. So it's just saving. It's all a class thing. I mean, it's just them saving the rich, the people that built the stadium, the ones that are actually going to be profiting from that aren't the people. It's the people that own it. You know, the contractors that got to build this completely unnecessary stadium that they didn't need. Like, why would they even build it in the first place when they already had one? They didn't need to build a new one.
Hmm.
It's just a waste of
And
money.
so our current mayor, he's a developer. Um,
Of course he
he,
is.
yeah, and he endorsed one of the people that. Okay, there's 8 people running.
Okay.
He endorsed one of them, and I believe it was November 10th when they went public and announced he was running for mayor. Like a week after the general elections or so, a week or 10 days maybe,
Okay.
whatever the math is on that. But he endorsed this guy right afterwards. One of the other previous mayors have endorsed him. He was endorsed by a lot of people before all the people were on the ballot. So it's and one of his big things is he wants to keep Arlington going in the right direction. He says he wants to keep going in the direction our current mayor had everything set up.
Okay.
So I'm against that,
Which is what,
obviously.
wasting money on
Hmm.
on frivolous stuff like a stadium that is unnecessary,
Hmm.
caring about tourists instead of the citizens themselves.
Yeah, honestly, I think that seven
Great.
million dollars would have been great for other things in the city, or refurbish the current stadium
Right. Probably would have been a lot cheaper.
a lot cheaper. It's like close to $1 billion.
What a waste. That's insane. So what other policies you got? What else what would you, if someone asked what your platform is, like what are you running on? You know, like give me a breakdown of your policies. I have your website up. We can pull it up if we want, but why don't you give us your, the spiel. What are you running on?
So one of my biggest things is I want to get us back to this Constitution.
She got it
Um,
right there. Let's pull it out. Boom, Constitution. I like that. Okay, good. That's a good start. This is a good start. Please continue.
um, I feel like the government has overstepped, and I think should have woken up a lot of people of examples of the government overstepping.
Yeah.
The government told businesses that we don't trust you to operate safely in order for you to work. You may have had this business for 15, 20 generations possibly. We don't care. We don't trust you. We're going to tell you how to run your business, how many people can be in your business, and how to
Hmm.
operate. residents. You told residents that you can't trust them to stay home if they don't feel well. So you're making these rules. You're completely shredding the Constitution. This is a trial to see how easy it is to take our rights away. So for me, I want to get rid of as many regulations and codes as possible. Now, I'm going to use a really simple example. I'm also want to advocate for home-based businesses. That's something that COVID kind of pushed, helped out.
Yeah.
Say, if you want to have a salon one day, I want you to start your business. I want you to be successful. I do not want you to fail. So cost is a big issue. How the laws and rules that you have to have in place to do that is an issue. So if you want to have a home-based business, the government doesn't need to be in there. So if you want to have a salon at your house, they can tell you to modify your home the way the government tells you to in order to have that business at home. And also they can make you pay certain fees in order to have that. So I want to take that away. So it's easier for Arlington to get back on its feet again. It's easier for Arlington to have businesses start here, come here, and stay here. We are the city of American dreams. So that's one of my biggest platforms, is giving the power back to the people and deregulating, so the people can have their power back. Another big issue.
Please continue. Go ahead. I was just saying, that sounds awesome. I like it a lot. Please go on.
Another big issue is safety. We have our police, first responders, fire departments. It's a growing city. We do not need to be defunding any of that. That is not proactive at all. And a lot of times, and I'm going to use a fire department as an example, there's a long process that they need software, equipment, something. They have to get through certain hoops and people get it signed off and approved on for them to have it. If it's as long as it's cost efficient and we make sure we get them the resources they need in order to operate, have the professionals out there actually working for fire or the police department, then we'll have a safer city. And on top of that as well, bring in the city for first responders and the residents together, so they understand exactly what we need. So more events. I love it when I see police officers at kids' birthday parties. So it doesn't look like, oh, every cop is evil. No, there's some bad eggs, but not every cop is bad. And I think once the residents and the police and the fire department, first responders have that relationship, it will be more. They'll be defending each other more than ever chanting anything like defund the police.
Yeah, we definitely need that a lot. Like you said, I mean, there's bad eggs everywhere. And I say this many times on my show all the time. It's like, and that's every single industry, every single human being has the ability to be a bad egg. Literally anyone could be a bad egg. You have no idea. Anyone could be awesome, and it has nothing to do with gender, has nothing to do with your skin color, it has nothing to do with whether they wear a badge, doesn't matter. There's always going to be that guy. I say guy, what I said, gender doesn't matter, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like there's that, of course, there's that guy. There's that Karen, whatever you want to label it, but there's always the possibility of that being the case. And stereotypes are the worst. Stereotypes are terrible. We got to recognize stereotypes and how they infiltrate everything. It's like cops are needed. We need our first responders. We need firefighters and all of this. It's essential for society. It's an essential part of a society that they're trying to get rid of.
Another concern is free speech. We do have universities in this city. Also, so what that means is, say, if you want Steven Crowder or the Hodge twins to come, they shouldn't be censored. I want a zero tolerance on censorship on anyone in the city when it comes to that. So not one side can bully the other side and silence them. If Steven Crowder wants to be able to come to Arlington campus and have his table up saying "change my mind," he should be able to do that, and same vice versa.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like, I may not agree with what you have to say, but I will fight for your rights to be able to say it.
Awesome. I like that. I think it's incredible. Wasn't Governor Abbott writing some sort of law that he's trying to propose that will make it illegal for tech companies to censor Texas citizens? Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. I think he Him and another senator, who's not a popular senator. I don't know who he is, or a House rep. He's in Congress. Another person is working with him on that.
Okay.
But yes, he is. I think it was inspired by Ron because we've been giving him a lot of crap to be more like Ron. And shout out to Ron in Florida,
Yeah.
the governor.
He's
But I
killing it
think,
down there.
yeah, and I believe that Abbott he's gone a little more. It looked like Ron was going more so for people who are running for office, not to censor them, where Abbott's going to pretty much everybody.
Nice.
And I'm thinking that's a great idea. They'll shut their stuff down, or we'll get paid and be really rich.